You are tuned in to Kids
in the Pit. Can you say the same what you need? You're swimming in the same recycled shit all over your feet. It's just
Hey guys, it's Gabe from the Kids in the Pit podcast. Today I'm joined by Benny Scholl from Avoid. I met you when
What up?
what's up? I met you when you were on tour with Counterparts a few months ago. That was like probably 6 months ago, probably more. But yeah, good to see you again.
Good to see you, man. I see you're rocking the Counterparts merch too already.
Yep.
Let's go, dude. Shout out Brendan. Shout out the boys.
Yeah, they make great music and they're like awesome people. So
They're the best. They're the best. Some of like literally my favorite people we've ever toured with.
yeah, they're awesome. So how was that tour with there was Counterparts,
It was Devil Wears Prada and Fit for a King as well.
yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of Fit for a King. I was like, what's that band?
No, you're good. You're good, dog. No, dude, it was so fun. Like that was at the time it's still like one of the biggest tours we ever had done. And what was really cool, not just about like that tour, but as far as like how our band was able to progress over like a good like 7-8 month period, is we did a tour with Silverstein at the end of 2023. And that at the time was the biggest tour we ever did. And then this tour was the biggest tour we ever did. And then the last tour we did after that was then the biggest tour we ever did, like purely just ticket sales numbers wise. Like all of those tours were incredible and massive growth for our band. Yeah. But it was really cool that we kind of just got to like keep having these like first experiences and it just kind of kept getting bigger. But yeah, that tour was amazing. And then like to bring it back to Counterparts too, like us being like the support band on that tour, a lot of the time we were sharing a green room with Counterparts every day. And so me and Brendan literally just spent that entire tour hanging out pretty much.
Yeah. I love Silverstein. I saw you guys with them in Philly and that was really cool. Wilmington. No,
was that at TLA?
Yeah, the TLA.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Wilmington was the first run. They went on I think it was 2 tours. Wilmington was the one we went to first, and then our second time thing that was at TLA. Yeah.
What was the first time?
No, the first time we saw Silverstein.
Yeah, Silverstein.
Okay, and then was when I met you, was that in Sayreville?
Yeah, Sayreville.
I got the memory of an elephant for this stuff, bro. I swear.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you guys caught my eye because your guitarist had the big red boots on, and I was like, because I don't think I've ever seen those in person before, but I knew they were like really, like they were like a trend, I guess. They're really, yeah.
Yeah, no, you want like the story behind that? It's a quick story, but it's funny because that show at TLA was the first night that we got them, and we have a whole. I don't even know if we ever like fully posted the extent of how excited we were. But so our really good buddy is this artist named 0936, and he's from Philly, and we did a tour with him last summer. And he's like a big like streetwear internet like guy, and he's into all that stuff. And he also has a lot more money than we do. And so that whole tour, we've been like begging him to like buy us like a dumb thing, like yo, like you gotta buy us the $600 big red boots, like you gotta buy us this dumb Balenciaga chain for no like we just kept like giving him like crap about like yo, you gotta like buy us something sick. And then on the last day of that tour, we got a video of him admitting that he would buy us the big red boots, and then we bugged him for months about it. And he was like, okay, I'll do it, but the only stipulation is they have to be worn on stage every single night for a tour straight. And so that was, we were a couple of shows in, but he brought them to us in Philly. And then the rule was someone from the band had to wear them on stage every single show on that tour for him to buy them for us. And that's how it happened.
Did you wear them for one of the shows?
Yeah, I hated it. I did it in Atlanta. I was not a fan. I think I took them off like 3 songs in.
Yeah. How much were they? Like, they're expensive.
They were. I honestly looked it up the other day because this conversation came up because I was like, dang, that was a trend like almost 2 years ago now. I bet they're pretty cheap. Like I looked now and like on like StockX or whatever, I think they're $250 right now, which is still very expensive for
Yeah.
giant red rubber boots. But I think when we got them, they were either 400 or 600 at the time, which is insane to drop $600 on joke shoes. Like, what a dumb thing to do.
Do you guys still have them?
Oh yeah, do you want to see them?
Sure.
Let me grab them. You can like put the Jeopardy music in here or something.
Alright. Yeah, we will.
Dude, the box is so big.
That's crazy.
Dude,
I mean,
it's
they're-
crazy.
I mean,
Let me-
how thick are they? Wouldn't they like make you a few inches taller?
Oh, 1,000,000,000%. Yeah, dog, they're like bigger than my face.
Crazy.
And look at it, like they're thick. Like that guy, yeah, no, these things are crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, so that's the ginormous box that they come in, which is even funnier. So I live with Chris, who plays guitar in my band as well. And obviously we're holding on to these, but it's funny because they kind of just live in his room. And one time, like we had like a smoke alarm malfunction go off in our apartment complex, and Chris broke the box because he was trying to stand on it to get, like turn the fire alarm off. And it's like, dang, well that just completely ruined the value of like everything like in box and whatnot.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're probably not going to go up in value because it's not very much of a trend anymore. But still, like,
It's more of like a funny thing than anything.
yeah.
Have you seen the Crocs ones?
Yeah, they're big yellow Crocs, right?
The big yellow Croc boots? Those are tight. Those ones are still expensive. I think those ones are still like $455.
Wow, you gotta get them for your next tour.
Bro, if I get the Crocs boots, I'm feeling like $1 million. I would be the happiest guy in the world. I know I would hate them too. I know it's like
Yeah.
if the big red boots were uncomfortable, those things are going to be so bad, but I want them so bad, you know?
Yep. Do you guys have any like shows or a tour coming up? Anything?
Yeah, well, we just announced Europe next year in January, February with our friends Silent Planet. So that's going to be really cool. And that's our first time going over to Europe and the UK, which is going to be really rad. And then
That's awesome.
we have a few other tours that are going to get announced very soon. I don't know exactly what the end of this year is going to look like for us. There's a couple rumblings about some stuff happening at the end of the year that I don't have a lot that I can talk about yet. But for the most part, we're in album mode right now. We're about halfway done through the new album, and we're going to hopefully get the rest of it done here pretty soon so that 2025 is going to be like a really busy, long, big year for us when it comes to touring. But on the other front, it's been kind of nice because we've been going really hard for the last couple years. And like, this is the first, I think I've been home for like 2.5 months. And that's like the longest I've been home in probably 2 years.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome for you guys that you guys are like constantly touring.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's like it's nice to get a little break. Like for me too, it's always like if we're at the end of like a really long stint, like we do like 8-9 months straight. It's like by the end of the tour, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so ready for a couple months at home. And then I'm home for like a week and I'm like, okay, so when's the next one? Like, we ready to go again? Like,
Yeah.
it takes me so little to reset and then I'm just ready to go.
Also, you guys do the Weezer, the on stage.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sick.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah. So I'm in a band called World Chaos, and we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, and we also do the Weezer riff because in the solo for our song Taxivation, there's like a crazy like like a crazy Floyd Rose whammy bar thing, and the guitar that I play doesn't have a Floyd Rose, so I just play the Weezer riff instead.
Yo, that rules so hard. I love that.
Yep. So just live, it's like
I bet that gets a good reaction every time too, huh?
people are like, yo.
He did the thing.
He did the Weezer.
That's awesome.
I think when I talked to you at the New Jersey show, you said something about you guys like keep a laptop in the tour bus and then you like play Fortnite on it on the road.
Oh yeah, well, so we play on our switches, but yeah, so we have like we were able to rig up this mobile Wi-Fi unit so that when we're like driving in because a lot of the time like buses and even bandwagons have Wi-Fi, but vans typically don't. But we figured out how to get Wi-Fi in our van, so when we're driving down like to show, yeah, we're catching dubs in the van. It's great.
Sick. Yep. Also, so for those that don't know, what do you do in Void?
I sing in a void. I front that band. That is what I do.
Yep. Yeah. But like, also another thing about Fortnite is back then I didn't play it as much, but now I started playing again because that like the Peter Griffin season.
Yeah, dude.
So I was like, I gotta get Peter Griffin. So now I'm catching dubs as Peter Griffin.
Isn't it the best?
Yep.
I
It's
love
it's
Fortnite, bro. Like the new season too. I really like all the Marvel stuff that they have right now. Like I'm a big Marvel guy, so I really dig all like the superhero stuff that they've incorporated lately.
so the season this new season came out like the same night we had a show, so I wasn't able to play it right then. But then like in the morning, after that show, me and my mom went on a trip to Costa Rica, which was a crazy thing, and it didn't work at all. It got like completely canceled, but we had a layover in Orlando, so we just went to Disney for the week.
Oh, sick.
But we didn't get to go to Costa Rica, but it was still awesome. And also, like one of my best friends lives in Florida, so we got to see her. So that's cool.
Dude, let's go. I mean, I'm bummer about the Costa Rica trip, but it still sounds like that was still a sick week.
Yeah, it was. But I still haven't, since we were like so burnt out, I haven't played the new Fortnite season yet. So probably once I get off this interview, I'm probably gonna try to grind some dubs.
Dude, go run a couple dubs on the new season. You'll dig it. They
Yeah.
updated the map a little bit. It's pretty fun. I like it.
Alright. So when did the void start?
So avoid. I'll do this story somewhat quick just because I feel like I tell the story in detail a lot, but just to get it through. So technically, this band started when I was 14 in middle school. It was called Avoid the Void at the time. I started a band with a couple of my childhood buddies. Nick Olson, who plays guitar in Avoid to this day, still is one of the people I started it with. And so yeah, it kind of started as like this like little idea I had in middle school. And then we took it to being like a local band and doing the whole thing of like trying to be the local opener on bigger tours that were coming through town. And then when we finally got like a little bit of a local following, we were able to start doing like our own little like headlining shows in like small clubs and bars and stuff like that. And then I actually got into the crew side of things and I started tour managing bands when I was 18. And that is what got me on to like national tours and kind of seeing like the music industry in a different light. And so with that is when I came back to the boys after I had been like doing a couple tours like that. And I was just like, hey, like I do really think we have something special here, but I don't think that we're going to be taken very seriously if we have like a lot of like the old stuff, because we also were very dumb for a very long time and made a lot of mistakes and made ourselves look kind of silly. And so I was like, I think it'd be cool to like start fresh, but like we're not gonna like break up or nothing. It's the same band, but let's basically like start like let's change the name from Avoid the Void to Avoid, like wipe all the socials, kind of start fresh so that we can like really push it to the industry and we don't have any of our old stuff attached to us. And we did that and we got signed within like a month or two to our first like smaller indie label, and then we rocked that for a couple years. And then over COVID is actually when we got very lucky with we got a couple songs in the NASCAR video game, and then we got a couple radio placements, and that made the biggest difference ever to our band. So then we got to sign a different record deal to a new label called Thriller Records, and that was who we put our last album out with.
So that's exactly what happened with my. I'm not exactly, but pretty much what happened with my band World of Chaos. So originally, me and the drummer. This is 2 years ago, I think. We started a
Mm,
band called Midnight Terror, and it was like really bad metallic hardcore. It was
yep.
just not. It was just really bad music. But then we were like, okay, this well, so what happened is I started a band with the guitarist of Midnight Terror, which was like he was like he's into like more thrash, and then I was playing drums, and then Jaden was like, I want to join. Jaden's the drummer of Midnight Terror,
Uh-huh.
so then I went on to bass, and then that turned into a band called Desecrator, which has changed their name into World of Chaos because there are a bunch of Desecrators out there.
Dude, that rules though. Like that makes me so happy, like genuinely, because that's like what you gotta do. You gotta like try different things and you gotta like figure it out. And it's like you're in like such a cool spot in your life where you can do literally whatever you want. And I think that that is like so sick. And I love hearing that, that it's like, you know what I mean? It's not like you're just like band. It's like, all right, well, I'm in this other band and then this person's going to come over and be a part of it. It's like, I don't know. I think that, oh, it's Finn. Say hi to Finn.
What's up, Finn? We have a cat. Her name's Esther, but she's kind of mean to me. Like so, all she'll come up to me and act like she wants pets, and then I'll like try to pet her and I'll like pick her up, and then she'll like start biting me. She'll like chase me and attack me, and it's kind of like she'll come up to me and be like, "Hello," and she'll be like, "I want to be held," and then she'll like he's kind. I don't know how. I don't really know how to hold cats correctly, so I don't know. So
Oh, look at that.
kitty.
Oh,
Yep. Put her up
that
on the
rules.
camera. What's up?
I think
Oh,
Finn's just munching.
yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
hanging out.
Guy's just going in. Then we have this other little cat here named Huey. Let me see if I can get Huey to come hang. He's a little shy sometimes, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah, so I think a lot of cats that I meet like me a lot, but for some reason our cat just does not like me. Like,
Bro, some cats are weird. I'm a cat guy, and that's the thing that I've learned about cats is they're a little weird. Like in the best way, but they're a little weird, dog.
but like, so when I woke up today, she, our cat, she like went up onto the bed and she just like crawled around on me and I like lifted her up real quick and then she like laid right next to my face and she was like trying to scratch me and bite my face. She was trying to. And I was like, no, don't do that. So I had to like take her off and put her on the ground.
Oh, dude, that's the worst. Sometimes our like the newest cat we got, like he'll jump up on my bed and he's being so nice, and out of nowhere he just starts like trying to like scratch my face, and I'm like, my guy, what are you doing? I was
Yeah.
being cool to you.
Yeah. Like I don't I mean, we've only had her for a few months and she's like getting pretty much she's a year old now.
Yeah,
So
so they're still figuring it out.
yeah, they're figuring out what's safe and what's not safe.
Yeah,
So hopefully she'll like me more in the future.
she'll chill out eventually. They always do.
Yep. So one thing that like really stood out to me was your stage presence. Like you really know how to get the crowd going. Did that like come naturally to you, or did you have to just like did you have to figure it out?
Um, I guess a little bit of both because obviously I'm very grateful that I've gotten to do this for about 12 years now, which is really sick. But I would say that I always had like a natural instinct to be like that kind of person, like a hype man, like a something like that. Like that is something that always came natural to me. It was honestly being like a vocalist and a frontman that was like really like hard for me because I'm a drummer first, and that was always what I thought that I was gonna do. And then when we started the band, it started with me playing drums, And then it was kind of just like, it was three of us at the start. So it was like, I would play drums, and I started with two guys named Nick that's still in the band and Nick that isn't anymore. But basically it's like, I would play a song on drums and Nick would play guitar and sing. And then we'd swap, and then I would play guitar and sing and Nick would play drums on a song. And that was just like kind of how we did it for a sec. And then it was like, all right, well, let's give this like a little bit more structure. Let's get an actual singer. We tried out a couple local guys. They just weren't the right fit. And so then I was eventually just like, oh, you know what? Like, I it's something that I'm interested in. It's something that I could probably figure out how to do. And I think there's a lot of better drummers than me out there. So let's get a really good drummer, and then I'll figure out how to do this whole frontman thing. And that was kind of how it started. And I feel like I always had like, I guess, a little bit of a natural ability to like get a crowd going or whatever, but I wouldn't say that I like figured out how to do it, honestly. I mean, I'm still figuring out how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just hoping what I do works. But I really do love entertaining people, and it's something that brings me a lot of joy. And I just have a lot of fun with it. So I don't know, what you're seeing is a genuine reaction out of me. I really like what I get to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you definitely do a good job at like being a front man and like just getting everyone hyped.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yep. So yeah, I'm like also I play guitar, bass, drums, and I do vocals, and I'm starting like a bunch of bands. There's only two that are like actual like doing stuff. So there's World of Chaos and the band that I'm in with my dad called Thought Control.
Okay.
Yeah. And I play bass in Thought Control, and I play guitar and sing in World of Chaos.
That's sick.
Yeah. Also, one of the bands that I'm starting, it's like it's kind of like Silverstein, something like that. That kind of
like post-hardcore-y.
Yeah,
like...
pop, something like that, pop punk. And I play drums in that. So.
Oh, that rules, dude.
We've wrote like one song. So. Yeah, we had our first practice like yesterday. So.
Yo, I mean, it's cool that you're able to like get to experience playing all of these different like genres and subgenres too. Like that is so, I just feel like that's one of like the coolest things, like just as any musician could ever do, is like have a very well-rounded palette.
Yep. I met a few of the members of the like Silverstein band at a World of Chaos show.
No way.
Yeah, they just like were at the show and we just became friends. So yeah.
Dude, they're cool, man. The drummer of Silverstein is actually the manager of our band.
I think you mean the people in Silverstein.
Oh no, I mean the like
your new band. Yeah,
the new band that's like pop punk something like what Silverstein is. That's like kind of what we're going for.
The members of your new band that sounds like Silverstein.
Yes,
is what he meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were not at your show.
Yeah, no, they were not. They live in like
I don't know.
Canada,
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
They're from Hamilton, baby. Them and counterparts have the same stuff.
I interviewed Shane, and he said he lives in Las Vegas now.
Yeah, Shane's in Vegas. They're all like from different areas, but yeah, I know they're from Ontario.
No, they were not at my show. They were not at my show at a little record store. But
hey, you never know. Crazier things have happened.
True, very true. Also, so 2 days ago was our second show, and it was in New Jersey. The same day, Gorilla Biscuits, Think I Care, and Killing Time played in a little club in New Jersey the same day, and I wasn't able to go.
That sucks.
And also, Brian Baker from Bad Religion and Minor Threat, he also got up to play Minor Threat with Gorilla Biscuits because they covered it.
That's nuts.
And I wasn't able to see it.
That sucks because that rules so hard.
I know. Like, I was tempted, like, right after our set to just book it to their show.
I'll be real. I have done that before. Like, if there's like a cool band that I want to see playing down the street when we're on tour, I have definitely just bailed on the show and gone to see them.
I mean, it was like an
45-minute
drive.
See, that's a little tougher.
You might have missed it.
Yeah, we might have missed it, so I don't know if we would have been able to. But also, we did watch like a lot of the bands at that show, and some of them were like really good.
Dude.
So one of them was from like New Jersey, and they were called Sunburner, and to me they sounded like a lot like Counterparts, and they were really good.
That's sick. I love that, dude.
Yeah, they were great. Also, their bassist had he was wearing a World of Chaos shirt. So
Isn't that the coolest feeling?
yeah, it was really cool.
I love that, dog.
Yeah, it was awesome. So where did you grow up, and do you still live there?
No, so I grew up in Seattle, Washington, born and raised, but then about a year and a half ago, I moved down to San Diego, California, and that's where I live currently.
Nice. Yeah, I've been to California once, and it was because me and my mom went to Japan, and there was a layover there.
Oh, so
Los
sick.
Angeles. Yeah.
No,
So
LA is
that's
great. I spent a lot of time in LA too, but yeah, I live in a town called Carlsbad, which is about like 90 miles from downtown LA, about 45 miles from downtown San Diego. So it's like not halfway, but I'm kind of in the middle of both, which is pretty sweet.
Yep. Apparently, like never rains in LA, but the one day that we got to spend like 10 out, I don't know, something like that, a lot of hours there, it rained the whole day. The one day that we got to stay in LA.
Bro, that's what happens. It's like it won't rain for months down here. And then when it does, it's gnarly for like weeks at a time. I remember because we did our last album, Cult Mentality, we recorded that in LA. We were down in LA basically the entire month of December of what would that have been? 2021, I think. Yeah. And it rained for a month straight. It literally every single day it rained. I was like, I thought this place was supposed to be sick.
Yeah. I mean, the weather in California is odd.
It's super odd.
It's like one day it's like paradise, and like most of the year it's paradise, and then it's like a storm. I don't know, storm. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what a hurricane, pretty much. That's what. Yeah. But we went to Venice Beach, everything was closed.
That sucks.
Yeah, so we weren't able to go there were also little stores, so we weren't able to go to any. But we did just check out Venice Beach for a second.
That's cool though. I mean,
Yeah.
Venice is always nice to get to see it just cause.
Yeah.
I
So,
also just realized that my laptop is about to die. Would it
Oh.
mess everything up if I rejoined on my phone?
I don't think so, no. Okay, we're back. So what was your first punk hardcore or metal show, and how old were you?
Well then I guess if we want to get into the age-old punk rock debate, which I have a hard stance where I land on, but my first ever concert was Green Day, who in my opinion is the greatest punk band to ever exist for a lot of different reasons. But yeah, so Green Day is my favorite band of all time, and that is what got me into any sort of alternative music and anything like that. I got my first Green Day record when I was 5 years old, and I just fell in love and have been ever since. And that is what I that's my baseline for anything. And honestly, it's you want to talk about how I learned how to become a frontman and what and how I do what I do. I'm just trying to copy Billy Joe. I'll be so real. I'm just trying to copy everything he does. I think he's so cool. So yeah,
Fair.
that's that for me.
Yep. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Green Day. I like them though. I really like Dookie. It's a good album. But
It's an amazing album.
yeah. But I haven't checked them out that much, but they're definitely punk rock. But I'm not a huge fan of them, but they're definitely good.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's just there's the take of, because they made punk very accessible, is is that like cool or not? And and again, I don't really like everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and I honestly think that if everyone just loved it and accepted it, then it wouldn't be a little controversial and push the needle forward like how it did. So I think honestly, all of that is really cool. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that is like the most incredible thing. Just as someone that knows them like so well and their story so well, it's just like you had some punk rock kids in the middle of Northern California to start a band in high school with their buddies, grew up playing Gilman, and then they happened to figure it out and do like a more accessible, poppier sound on the punk thing. And it literally like and it was funny because I was watching like a documentary about this the other day. It's like not only did it make Green Day massive, but like Dookie blowing up put Rancid on the charts, put Bad Religion on the charts, put a lot of like they made not only themselves accessible, but they made like punk and like hardcore punk and all of these other things like way more accessible to a larger audience, which I think is one of the coolest things you could ever do as an artist.
Also, Bad Religion was my first show, so
That's sick.
yeah. I mean, not necessarily show, more of a. I mean, I guess it was a large show, but yeah, it was awesome.
That rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bad Religion, one of my favorite bands of all time.
So the drummer and bassist of World of Chaos is like their first shows were ones that they played.
Yeah,
So,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. What a cool like first show experience. It's just like, oh yeah, I ripped a gig.
No, not the drummer's first concert because 2 towns south of us, all Smash Mouth literally just played at a free festival.
Yeah,
Just like
dude.
20 minutes south from us. So we just both went and it was really cool. So
Bro, I love some Smash Mouth. I'll be so, and not just like All Star. Smash Mouth, low key sleeper discography. Stuff kind of rules.
I don't know that much of them. I know, but I do know I'm a Believer and All Star because I watch Shrek.
Dude, that first album, or I don't know if it's their first, but whatever album has All Star on it, to be completely honest, front to back, it's actually a pretty good record.
But so my brother Gordy, he's obsessed with Shrek. He just watches all the movies. He loves Shrek so much.
Shrek rules, man. That's why.
It does. But like, so I love Shrek, don't get me wrong. But he doesn't love Shrek. He like loves Shrek.
It's like different. It's like an
he's
obsession.
like on another level. It's crazy. But
that's hilarious. I love that.
Yep. Yeah, that's his thing right now. So, what's the band that Void has played with that you're proud to say you've played with?
Ooh, do you want the easy technical answer or the heartfelt answer?
Probably the heartfelt answer.
Well, because I don't know. I guess it's like I feel like played with because we've played a festival that we were on the same day that Metallica played. So I can technically say I played a show with Metallica.
True.
And again, we didn't play the same stage as them. We did play another festival where we did play the same stage as Korn. But like if you want like the easy, like we played the same festival as Metallica. So I played with the biggest metal band that's ever existed. Like that is really cool. And like again, like I'm not even trying to downplay it. Like that's fucking sick. And no, sorry to cuss.
Yeah.
I didn't. You can bleep that out, right, Mom?
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. You're not the first.
But that is I mean, I feel like that's just like really cool on the sense of it's like, you know what I mean? Like I can go to my parents and tell them I played a show with Metallica and they can understand like the scope of how much that means, you know?
Yeah.
But like for me, I don't know. On the other hand of that, of like not just reaching for the easy like thing, I would say that I don't know, it's been really cool to and I guess I'll kind of lump a bunch of bands in together, but I'm in a really very cool spot and grateful spot that I've gotten to tour now with a lot of the bands that got me into like the scene when I was in middle school and high school and going to Warp Tour and doing things like that. Like even like Silent Planet, who we've now toured with, this is going to be like our fifth time touring with them. Dude, I loved Silent Planet when I was like 14, 15. And I literally remember going to this show when I was 15 at this tiny little club in Seattle. I think it did like 13 paid, and it was Silent Planet headlining, and Dayseeker was direct support, and there was no one there. And I thought it was the coolest show I'd ever been to. And now here we are 10 years later. Dayseeker is the headliner now over Silent Planet, and
Yeah.
they're doing such big things. And like when I was young, even when they were like tiny and not doing all that much, it made such a big impact on me. And now that we're in the era of both of those bands are doing so well, and we're able to kind of be a part of like that little circle or whatever you want to call it. But like them, Fit for a King was another band I grew up listening to. You can find these old photos of us playing these clubs in Seattle. Again, when I was like 14, 15, I'm wearing a Fit for a King windbreaker, trying to like dress like the band and be cool. Like so, yeah, I got to play with Metallica. Coolest thing I'll ever get to do. Whatever. That's number one, I guess. But to be honest, the thing that means more to me is being able to kind of like break through that mold. And now I can say that a lot of people that I grew up idolizing, and I was telling myself when I was young, if I can just get to this stage, I will have made it. And now a lot of the people are my friends and my peers and respect what I'm doing. And that is pretty much like the coolest feeling in the world. And I never once for a day take that for granted.
So, what's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Ooh, dang. I've eaten some weird things. um, whew. But I'm also kind of weird when it comes to food. So I guess I haven't eaten like that many weird things. I mean, I don't know. I guess another easy answer would be I just tried to like down straight wasabi one time. That sucked pretty bad.
Yeah, that does not sound great.
No, that
No,
wasn't
thank you.
fun. I don't know. Honestly, which I didn't expect it to be this bad, but you know that one chip challenge that's like the
Oh, yeah.
spiciest?
Oh,
Yeah, that was really bad and I cried. I like actually cried. It sucked so bad. I did it in the van. Yeah, that one was not fun either. So that's up there. I guess that probably like I haven't eaten anything like crazy weird like Rocky Mountain oysters or nothing. So
I kind of want to try Rocky Mountain oysters, but I'm scared. Oh,
hey yo.
well, they're
You know what those
Testicles,
are?
yes.
yeah, but I don't. You never know until you
Those
try
are
them. They could
nuts,
be good.
my G.
They could be good though. You never know.
I heard they taste like chicken. I'm kind of curious myself.
Yeah, I'm curious too. So, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess just like crazy spicy stuff would be my go-to answer because I guess I am kind of I'm a little scared when it comes to like weird stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I guess I ate a pig eyeball one time. That sucked. I didn't like that.
I mean, I've probably eaten pig eyeballs because, well, in like scrapple and
You'll
hot
never know
dogs,
that, yeah.
that's just the waste of that's just the excess of.
Well, yeah, I
pigs.
guess there's that. But I ate one like it was like a pork roast where they like roast an entire pig over like a pit or whatever. And like I ate like the actual eyeball and I felt horrible about it because pigs are my favorite animal. And like, I don't know, I eat meat now, but I was vegetarian for like a year and a half and I'm probably gonna go back. And yeah, that bummed me out, to be completely honest with you.
I mean, apparently pigs are like really smart too.
They are, and that's why like I feel bad about eating them. Like I'm
Yeah.
like pigs are like but also bacon rules, so it
True.
sucks.
Yeah. But like, yeah, scrapple and hot dogs. That's like pig intestines,
Everything.
eyeballs, tongues.
Same
stuff
with like
that.
most fast food chicken nuggets. It's all just the
Yeah.
excess of the chicken.
Yeah. But like, I mean, they're good though. So
Dude, that's the thing that sucks is they are good.
yeah. So I mean, if it's, I love Scrapple so much. I don't know. It just Scrapple is so
Do you
good.
know what it is?
You know what Scrapple is?
No.
Oh,
It's only
Wait.
around here.
oh, it's only around here thing.
Yep,
Oh.
explain.
Okay, so it's, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like a, almost like a patty.
It's spam.
It's kind of like Spam, but it's
That's
like,
what spam is.
it's like a, it's really, really good, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, kind of,
It looks like spam. You cut it and you fry it.
yeah, it's like,
Yo,
yeah,
here's the
it's
thing.
excess pork.
Spam kind of rules.
Yeah. So, okay, next time you're around this East Coast
Philadelphia.
region, you gotta get some Scrapple.
I'm gonna try it. That sounds really good. I kind of just always go for the authentic cheesesteak when I'm in Philly.
Do they have Scrapple in Philly?
Yeah.
Okay, assume so. But you gotta.
Have you had masubi?
No. Wait,
It's
no,
kind of like a
Masubi.
Hawaiian dish.
No, Masubi is spam. Are you talking about spam Masubi?
Yeah, like spam, rice, and seaweed.
Okay, so the only time I had it was at Disney, because they.
Yo, masubi kind of rules.
I mean, yeah, it was good. It was like, it was definitely good.
I can get behind it for sure.
Yeah. Sure. So, if you could travel to the future or the past, when would you travel to?
Ooh. Dang, these are the questions that keep me up at night, to be completely honest with you. Dang. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go future because like obviously there's things that I wish I could change that happened in the past or whatnot, but I think at the end of the day, like whatever happened in the past has what brought me here today for the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And I think that that is something that I would never want to mess with, but I wouldn't be bummed about seeing what the future looks like.
Can't. So the thing is, if you go to the past, you can't like change anything. Like nothing will change. If you like, let's say if you kick a rock in a certain direction, it's not gonna mean your grandpa was never
Okay,
born.
so we're not going full existential with this.
Yeah, it just means like you can go into the past and look at dinosaurs or something.
Oh yeah, for sure that then.
Oh,
That'd be
okay.
tight.
Yeah, for one day, and then you just get sent back to the current.
Oh, cool. If we're not talking about like the metaverse or anything like that, where we're like, oh, I go to the past and then I look at one person the wrong way and then suddenly I make the world's worst event happen, then yeah, let's go to the past.
Yeah. Nice. Also, so what was your favorite movie when you're my age?
My favorite movie. How old are you?
12.
You're 12. My favorite movie when I was your age was why am I blanking? Andy Samberg. Why did I say Adam? Andy Samberg movie called Hot Rod, which is still one of my favorite movies to this day.
I haven't seen it, but I'll check it out.
It's my favorite movie. I love that. That or Talladega Nights, which I also think came out around the same time. But those are still my two favorite movies of all time, and I think those came out when I was around 12.
Awesome. Well, if you could tell your 12-year-old self anything at all, what would you tell him?
Chill out, G. Just chill out. Like everything's gonna be fine.
Chill out.
I don't know. I still have to I have to tell my 26-year-old self that all the time. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if I could go back to any age that I've ever was, it would just be like, yo, everything's gonna be fine. Stop freaking out. Because I have a problem with freaking out about things and like thinking that everything is gonna go badly. And then typically 95, if not more percent of the time, it doesn't end badly. So I would
Yeah.
tell myself to not freak out about things that I can't control.
Yeah. My parents want me to like chill out because like the Gen Alpha slang,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
skibbity, Riz. I
Oh
think it's
no,
really
keep doing
annoying.
that. No,
Yeah,
you can
I
keep
will.
doing that. That's hilarious. You
I-
like the Costco guys?
Yeah, the cost guys. We're Costco guys. Of course we walk around with a chicken wing.
Boom!
Yeah.
I love the Costco guys, bro.
Yeah. Do you know that? Do you know that like one guy that goes, "Root beer, yeah."
Yeah! I'm
Root beer,
sorry,
yeah.
Mom. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Mom. I love brain rot. It's my
Yeah.
favorite thing.
Brain rot is so so
Brain rot is
Sigma.
it's so skibbity toilet, bro.
It's so grizzy on a yacht.
It's so worthy on the yacht.
Real.
Nah, this is my G right here.
Alright. Well, anything to add before we skibbity the yacht?
I guess check out a Void. Check out, I don't know. Be good to yourself. Go to shows. Support music. Heck yeah, dude. Don't be a dick. Drink water. You know, don't be a doofus.
Don't be
There we go.
don't be a skibbity.
Don't be a skibbity. Be a Rizzler.
Yeah, be a Rizzler, not a skibbity.
Be a Rizzler. Don't be a skibbity.
Yep. Yep. Alright, well, yeah. Thanks to Benny for joining me today, and thanks to all you for watching and listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Until next week, bye.
Woo! Bye.
Yeah.